All right, here we go. Well, hello. This is Jim Morgan. I'm with Life's Copilot, and what I do for what pays the bills is actually carrying transitions, where we help people downsize. But we are Life's Copilot is a free resource to help people navigate aging. I guess it's going to help you it's free information on how to deal with anything aging for the seniors, their family members, their caregivers. And tonight we have Walter Rippy, who is with Westfield Fire Department. Is that correct?
Yes.
And so he is going to be talking about an initiative going on in Hamilton County or in Westfield. So Walter, why don't you introduce yourself? Tell us who you are and what you do and what's going on over there.
All right. So I'm Walter Rippy, community resource paramedic here at Westfield Fire Department. A little bit about my role is when the crews go out to emergency call, and while they're there, they identified either the patient or the patient family, the home conditions may need some additional resources in there. They would give me a referral, send a referral my way, and I work with a social work partner as well. And it's our job to go in and give the clients the resources that they may need or lack of. So within that role, I have identified um, up here in Hamilton County, specifically City of Westfield, there's a gap with dementia, like resources for people living with dementia and the care partners. So I've identified a gap time after time again. So I've created this initiative, Dementia Friendly Westfield, and my end goal is to change the landscape up here in Westfield, to bring the resources that there's a ton of resources out there for this, not only for this population of dementia, but also just the aging population in general. Bring a ton of resources up here to try to change that landscape. That's why I created Dementia Friendly Westfield.
So what did you see? What was when you were out there doing stuff before you started creating this? What kind of challenges were you running into?
A lot of the challenges I run into, the aging population up here, like this falls for the city of Westfield, like they fall a lot, they're aging and they're aging at home. So a lot of the resources and just the fact that just dementia friendly, as far as dementia patients goes, a lot of the resources that they lack of is where to go. There's the whole stigma about one having dementia, two, um, some sort of like embarrassment from having it, thinking that they're not normal, just kind of a little coward out there. So just like one not feeling comfortable with and not even knowing where to go to as far as resources and the next step. So those are kind of some of the things that I've identified just with that population of community members.
So what are you guys doing to make a change on that right now? Is it for the dementia patients or whatever, citizens and their families? What are some of the things that you're trying to do?
So Dementia Friendly Westfield, I had a kickoff event in June. We had brought in over 25 vendors. And then also, what we are currently doing now, we're offering a memory cafe at, let's see, we have five different locations. One is actually two of them is in Carmel, and the other ones are in Westfield. So, memory cafe, what it is just to kind of sum it up, is where the person with dementia and a care partner will come to a place for about an hour and a half to 2 hours. We'll take the person with dementia, take them off to the side. We'll play games with them, entertain them, and also it gives the have the care partners, which is often their spouses, go off to a different separate area, either different rooms or separate area of the room, and they will get together. They get to chat. They get to share their ideas, tips, and tricks, and also discuss the challenges of caring for someone with dementia. This space, being a caregiver, working from personal experience with me taking care of my dad, who lives with me for over 5 years, it's a challenge, and there's a lot of caregiver burnout. It's out there and it's real. So my goal is to try to change that landscape. So and also with the memory cafes that also serve light refreshments. This is free that you can go to. There's many locations, not only in Hamilton County, some down in Marion County as well. The other initiative that I'm in the early stages of is creating part of the Dementia Friendly Westfield Caregiver Support Group. That's where the caregivers can go, again, share their idea, tips and tricks, all discuss the different challenges we have to hopefully inspire and help push someone towards the goal or the finish line and not to give up. So that's to be determined. It's kind of in the works. And also another initiative that's pretty much ready to start kicking off is a dementia friendly walks. So we're teaming up. We're going to try to team up with the YMCA up here in Westfield, um, Prime Life for Richmond and Carmel, and the Fishers Community Center and Fishers, just to where the person with dementia and the care partner just come up there, indoor gym, and just walk around. You don't have to talk. You get out, just walk, and just walk forever. And also, another thing that I would like to do is, some resource fairs or some other initiatives I'm working on as well. The goal is to, yes, it's dementia friendly Westfield. The goal is to be all inclusive to every single city in Hamilton County, to include Fishers, Noblesville, and Carmel. And it's not just people living with dementia, just the elderly population can also come for resources as well.
Are you working at all with like the Dementia Friends program?
Yes, Dementia Friends, we're under the umbrella of Dementia Friends Indiana.
Okay.
So under that umbrella, we just branch off of that umbrella.
Do you guys teach
There's
that
also
class
Dementia
or
Friendly Indy as well.
yeah?
Yeah.
Do you guys teach that Dementia Friendly Friends class or
So I am Westfield Fire Department is actually a dementia awareness organization level one. So we just recently received that recognition. We're the very first fire department in Hamilton County to receive the Dementia Awareness Organization Level 1 recognition. I'm also working with early talk of working with other fire departments as well and agencies. So with this initiative, we can have Alzheimer's Association and other resources come and give talks and lectures as well, which I would love to get started with this initiative to educate the public on this space. And also, one more initiative I was working on is Living with Dementia, which is a series to where we're bringing a local expert, subject matter expert for like the first 30 minutes and talk on just the disease process, the early warning signs, just talk about the disease process, followed by a person living in the community with dementia and a care partner go up to the front, get to share their story to help try to inspire others in the audience as well. So that's another initiative I'm working on as well.
okay, very good. So this is all officially kicked off since June, is that correct?
Yes, yes.
Okay. So are you doing, or is it like a monthly program or are you doing things throughout the month or?
So Memory Cafe, there are going to be at least one every single week,
Okay.
at least one. So on the second week, looking at my board, it looks like it's three going on the second week of every month. One going on the third, one going on the fourth, and I believe one is going on the first week. So the Memory Cafes every day, at least one minimum one every single week, and then also like the walks, that's the early start parts of that. So that we've goals to have that maybe once a month or once a week, whatever. We can still try to figure out the other with other partners and agencies how they can kind of navigate that.
So you're also doing stuff to try to support the caregivers as well, from what I'm hearing. So, I
Yes.
know that when I took my Dementia Friends class, one of the things that really struck me was the statistics that 65% of the caregivers end up dying before the person they're caring for because of the 24-hour, 365
Yes.
nonstop stress that goes with it. So
Yes.
the caregiver needs a lot of care than people, and a lot of times they're feeling too guilty to take care for themselves.
Yes. 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 And also think about, I guys recently heard this the other day, a story about I believe it was a husband taking care of his wife with dementia. So he's a care partner for the wife with dementia. He was struggling on when to pull that trigger to send her to a facility because he's so stressed out. So I was been married for so long, and now he's to the point to where now he's saying, "I want to be a husband again."
Yeah.
I've been a caretaker for so long. I want to be the husband again, be that role because I'm so stressed out. So he's to the point now, he's actively looking at facility placement. I mean, the stress, just the patience, all that a caregiver goes through. So he's to that point, he's ready. I want to be a husband, and I mean, that's his right. And that's a good way of looking at it because you're married, you're the husband, now you're the caregiver, and you miss that all the
And that
stress and
goes for
just
daughters and sons as
yeah,
well.
yeah, that too. Kids as well, 100%. Yes.
Hmm. So do you have resources that you're like leaning because if you're providing these spaces for people, those conversations could definitely easily come up. Do you have like resources to kind of help them lean into or
Yes. So specifically pertaining to like when is it time to pull the trigger to send my loved one or to a facility? I have some resources, some partners that could actually help them navigate. I'll take their story, help them navigate. Okay, give suggestion, even help pick a place, locate a place, and adjust and talk about pricing as well. Negotiate pricing and even give some reports on some of the facilities. So specifically that, and also there's a ton of other resources that we have to offer as well.
well, very good. So are you the one that started this whole process? Was it your baby to begin with, or was it
Yes,
something that
my
the city wanted to do, or
but it's my baby. All
okay.
my baby. It initially started as a personal because we take care of my dad. Went and relocated from a different state, and I was in that space. What do I do? I have this man. He's old. He's my dad. I don't know about his medical care. I don't know about the resources out there. So I had to navigate that space, which was very trying and challenging. So it started as a personal experience, and then with my professional role at the fire department led over to that. So that's where it kind of all got started, my passion. So it started with me, and I was a driver behind. I'm glad Westfield Fire Department backed me on it. It probably sounded crazy to them, but they allowed me and trusted me, and it's taken off, and I absolutely love it.
Well, excellent. So where do you see it going next? What's your next goal that you're trying to roll into it?
So my next goal, like I said, to get the other program. So caregiver support group, that's like the biggest, highest on my list. The walks is something that's going to be very quick. And then living with dementia as well is another series I want to get kicked off. And also I want to try to branch off into having the other cities, Fishers, Carmel, Noseville, join this initiative, just kind of make it all inclusive, all of Hamilton County. No matter where you are in Hamilton County, still come to any Dementia Friendly Westfield event, still take you with open arms. But I like to be all inclusive to have even more resources locally in other cities as well.
Are you have you or I don't know if you've met these people or not. Are you doing anything with ACAP, aging or adult children of aging parents? They got a monthly program they're doing.
Yes, I would love to see if they could provide some sort of program up here in Hamilton County, some sort of meeting or something. Because yes, I would. That's one on my checklist as well.
Okay, well I was going to
That's a
say
newly established program.
you know Canute and Megan, right? So
Yes,
okay, that's kind of the ones, and Jennifer, both of them, they're the ones that are kind of the three of the ones that have been spearheading that whole thing.
okay.
Okay, so that would be a good. It's a national organization that they just got going here this summer.
Yes, yes.
Mhm.
When I heard that, I was like, "This is awesome. This is amazing."
Yeah, so those are some things that are we're finding one thing about this town. This well, I when I say the town, I basically mean the 9 county area. It's one really big city with little
Right,
suburbs, right? But
right.
there's a lot of resources. It's just that, although one of the weaknesses is not that we don't have the resources and we don't have the programs, we don't have the knowledge that they exist and how to access them.
Yes, and put them into the right hands. Put them
Right,
to the hands of the community members where they need them.
right.
There's a ton of resources out there. We gotta trying to bring it all up here to Westfield. Change Hamilton County. Just bring all the resources up here.
Yeah, there's a lot. Like I said, there's a lot out there. It's just trying to figure out
Yes,
how to get people in front of. That's why the Life's Copilot exists. I'm trying to put these videos out there with all y'all of what you're doing, so people can be
yes,
aware of it, and what's going
yes,
on. Um, it all started with me for what got me driving to this point was I was telling someone, on social media that there was actually an article that was, or a news story. This was back in 2020. Okay, there was a news story that was very salacious. So it was in the local news, even though it wasn't a local story. It was about a elderly couple that committed suicide because they were overwhelmed with medical bills. And I put a post out on it saying, I understand how you could feel this way. That's not hard for me to imagine. But I go, it's totally unnecessary. There are so many resources out there to help with this stuff, but people need to know about it. And then I made the comment of just if nothing else, call Socoa. They can. And I
Yes.
made some kind of comment about you don't need to be poor to get Medicaid waiver or what have you. There's programs
Yes.
for that.
Uh-huh.
Well, somebody contacted them, and they got. That's the unfortunate part is when you call, you got to do more research than that because the new kid that just was hired that was reading out of the book told them they had to have no money and whatever. And I'm going, yeah, okay, but there's ways to fix that if you know how to dot
Hmm.
the I's and cross the T's and get things done. And there are people out there that can guide you with that, right?
Right.
And that is really why carrying or Life's Copilot exists, is because I'm just trying to get out there because so many people are not getting the benefits, you know.
Yes. Yes. And I love it. I actually took a glance at your YouTube channel with through the link. It is amazing. I was absolutely amazed by all the different resources. I'm gonna bookmark this. I'm gonna give this out to all the clients. I go to their houses, bookmark this page, give it out to them. There's a ton of resources on it. I absolutely love it.
Yes, and it's
Absolutely love
free.
it.
It's just a way to get,
Yeah.
to get some
Yes.
information. And it's just,
Yes.
but that's, all of us together are what's trying to get that message out. That
Yes.
don't give up, don't freak out. There's help
Yes.
out there.
Yes. There is help. Yes.
Hmm.
Absolutely.
So what? So you spearheaded this. Did your department look at you like you had three eyes, or were
I
they
think so. I think
okay?
that my chief was like, probably, I'm just assuming, like, what the heck are you talking about? What is this? And just, yeah, just like, what? Yeah. This is totally, I mean, I wouldn't say it's out of my scope, but it's more, I mean, it's kind of what's in my scope as far as what my job description is, but I feel like this is something that was needed, and he let me take the torch and run with it, and they're very happy. They're very proud of what it has become.
Well, very good. Well,
It opened up their eyes.
and now I don't know. I'm drawing a blank on who was involved in this, but I thought Carmel was involved in this, where they have where you can basically register with that you have somebody that has dementia in the house or whatever. So if a call comes in from a first responder, be it police, be it fire, whatever, that they already know that they have someone there that has this issue, so they can address them accordingly.
So Carmel, I believe, I know up here in Westfield, ours is called Westfield Community Connect. Let's see if Carmel has a Carmel Community Connect as well. So some of the cities, and also there's something called Smart 911 as well. So yes, that's the way that you can go on there, register your home, whoever lives in your home, tell us the comorbidities or medical conditions, say someone's limited mobility or blind and deaf or dementia, you can kind of put those notes in there. This way, when someone calls 911, activate that address. When we respond, we can pull it up through our system, and where I know everything about who lives in the home, there's any pets, emergency contacts, any issues like cognitive issues, delays with like dementia or limited mobility, things like that. And then we can kind of have a better idea of who we're responding to. If we needed to request additional resources to respond, we have a better idea of who all is in the home.
Well, if you had somebody that may be in dementia and then with the confusion and bright lights coming in, all that kind of stuff,
Yes, that
that might
too.
make it, very difficult to communicate, and you may think that they're being belligerent, and they're and
Yes,
it's not. So
yes,
it's
yes,
yeah.
100%. Yes. Yep, 100%. And even the aggression, advanced stage dementia can cause aggression, like, so, like, yeah, even aggression. Okay, we knowing he has dementia, this is not as normal. He does not understand, maybe to follow commands, follow instructions very well. So you gotta take them with be more ginger with them. kind of,
Yeah.
yeah.
I just would say I think that's a really good idea, especially if somebody has something like that in their household, in their family, that
Yes,
just
yes,
to as a
definitely
safety
good.
precaution.
Yes, and it's a free program. You can just Google Carmel Community Connect, Westfield Community Connect, and I think I don't know if Noblesville have one, um, but if I know Fisher's uses Smart 911, so you just Google those and it's kind of fill out. It's a totally free program, don't charge, and just kind of fill that information out. And also in there you can give your garage door access code, even if you have like a front door smart lock that requires a code or like a key hidden somewhere on the outside, you can kind of leave those locations in there. This way, when we respond, we have a way to get in if you can't make it to the door or your loved one
All
can't
right.
make it to the door. So.
Well, the caregiver may think that, well, I can handle all this when they come in, but what if it's the caregiver that's having the issues?
Yes, yes, 100%. And you have someone there with dementia, can't even relate to anything. So
Yeah.
yes, 100%.
Yeah. Well, I just think those are real assets to, to everyone involved, so.
Yes, 100%. Yeah. And we're trying to push that word out about, these different services, resources is out there.
Yeah. Um, so basically, are you looking for, are you guys needing help from the community to expand this, or are you just trying to reach out to the community to participate?
Yes, I would love the help. I could join with Dementia Friendly with Westfield. They have called Community Action Team. Um, it's a pretty much like a board of directors for Dementia Friendly Westfield. What I would love, want to join that team, just send me an email, WRIPPY Westfield.in.gov. You do not have to live in the city of Westfield, you do not have to, work in the city of Westfield. Just if you would like to be part of this initiative to help mold and help make change, bring resources and stuff up here to this community, I would love to have you on the team. Um, so Yes, and also one more thing I forget to mention was the every Westfield Fire Department was part of the initiative recently last week. Their employees here, the firefighters, EMTs, and paramedics, we teamed up with local resources. What they went through was the dementia immersion experience. So we are the first fire department up here in Hamilton County that went through that. What that will mean is for 8 minutes, we get to walk the shoes of someone living with dementia. So where our vision is distorted, hearing is distorted, fingers or hands dexterity is distorted, and it's a science-backed program. So we can understand more of the challenges that when we respond on someone with dementia and Alzheimer's, some of the challenges that they will face. So in other words, seeing they can't see well, they can't hear well, they can't feel well. So this way we can kind of cater to that community better, be prepared for the challenges. Overall, the firefighters that went through EMTs and paramedics, even some local people living in the community went through it as well. They all absolutely enjoyed it. It was very powerful. And I would love to even offer that, figure out a way to offer that to the community members, even like the care partners to kind of go through that as well, just to kind of offer it, sometimes up here somewhere, it's a very powerful, very emotional event. It's very eye-opening, extremely eye-opening.
Well, I've not done it, but I have heard people have had very emotional reactions to it. And
Yes, yes. Yeah, it's most people we get out of it's eye opening because they just never fully aware. They hear about it, but never fully aware what they go through
well,
and the
I
challenges.
think of what you're talking about how yours all started by caring for your dad and what all basically being blindsided trying to figure it all out. That's kind of what for me. I was the only sibling that stayed in the States, so I got to deal with my
Oh,
in-laws and
wow,
parents and uncle, and dealing with
wow.
all this and you just find it so difficult to find information. How do
Yes,
you discern what to do, and you find out about really great things after it's too late. You're like, well, that was great.
yeah,
You know,
heck yeah,
yeah.
heck
So
yeah.
that's why these outreaches I think are so critical, is to try to let people know that there are resources and there are things to. And even if like you were talking about the library of videos that's in there on our YouTube channel, Let's Go Copilot YouTube, even if you watch it and you go, well, I don't really need it, and 10 years from now you go, wait a minute, I remember there was something, and now I need
Yes.
this, and at least you know what to Google that something's out
Yes.
there, right?
Yep. Yep. Heck yeah.
Hmm.
Yes. 100%.
Yeah. Otherwise, we have a tendency to look like sheep or deer in headlights. I think a lot of times with that type.
Yes. Even the challenge just in my role with the crew sending me referral, me trying to sell myself over the phone to a stranger, never met me, saying, "Hey, I want to come into your home, offer to do like a free home safety inspection, fall risk assessment, and just come check out your home and do a free home visit, bring you resources." I get a lot of no's.
Well,
A lot
expand
of
on
it,
that. Expand on that
it
particular program because that is a huge program. So talk about what you do there.
so like when a cruise, so my goal is, like I said, to bring resources into the home. And so let's just say someone that fall a lot. Like I'm even in the process of creating a fall risk fall prevention program here in Westfield called Stand Strong Westfield. And so just try to promote, try to sell myself into the home to bring resources into the home, like Socoa and other different local resources in general. It's a challenge because obviously with the spam the scams that's going on, the elderly population is obviously getting educated and taught about scams. That's what my biggest challenge is. So I've kind of navigated now is what I do now is since you won't let me come to your home, won't agree, I'm gonna come to you now. So some of the 55 and better communities, I went to a couple HOA meetings, I went to the clubhouses, brung, host classes for pub ed events, kind of just bringing resources to them because I mean it's a challenge getting into the houses. And
Now, do
so
you do? Is this something that the fire department is doing with you, or is this something you're doing within the fire department or outside, or how's that working?
far as the resources,
I mean, are they part
or
of this program they're helping you with, or are you
yes,
doing?
mobile integrated health is the umbrella name of the program. Mobile integrated health Westfield Fire Department.
Okay,
So
perfect.
directly
That's what
under
I
the
just
fire
was.
department.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So you have the credentials and the cred from the fire department, behind you. That makes it easier, I would hope.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes. Yes.
Because it's
I'm a
not just,
licensed.
yeah. Of course, the thing is, we all get these phone calls that from supposedly the police department, for to give me
Yes.
money, that kind of stuff, which is
Yes.
a scam.
Yes.
Are you doing anything to advertise the this program, like on social media or anything, or?
Yeah, so we have someone in charge of the city and also someone at the fire department in charge of the fire department and cities of Westfield Facebook page. So they often post a lot of our memory cafe, some of our events, and we're also trying to get more word about this program as well. We also respond with law enforcement. Westfield PD can also send us referrals for patients that they go on, clients and runs that they go on. Even like local Fishers, Carmel, Noblesville, other mobile integrated health. Every mobile integrated health is every fire department up in Hamilton County. So we often kind of, someone lives in Noblesville, we can't go over there, but I can share the information with Noblesville to say, hey, this patient over here needs resources and vice versa. We kind of share that way. Um, but yeah, so
Yeah, you just try to figure out ways to get eyeballs on it that, without just be you just dialing for dollars, but
yes.
yeah.
And right now it's a free service we offer
Well,
to
I understand, but I was just talking about trying
yes,
to get in the door, so.
yes,
Well, I mean, that's exciting stuff that you're doing there. So I think those are the things that we just need to make sure we get word out that.
yes, please do. Yes,
Mhm.
please do.
Can
And
you do me a favor and send me some flyers and stuff like that, or get me on
okay,
your distribution list, and I'll put them on, our Facebook page and what have you.
okay. I would love that. Yes.
Hmm.
That sounds
So,
good.
well, Walter, I appreciate your time tonight. This was great. I think this is some great
Yes.
information. I hope that people decide to check you out and see what you can do for them, and
Yes.
see how you can
Yes.
help them.
I sure hope so. If I can't, then I can definitely point you in the right direction.
All right. Well, sounds really good. So, well,
Yes.
thank you, Walter. I appreciate you coming on with us and sharing with us.
Yes. And thank you for the invite.
All righty,
Thanks for
man. You
inviting me.
take care.
So,
Have a good
all
evening.
right. Thanks. Take care.
All righty.
Bye.
Bye bye.